Long before modern Nigeria existed, long before the city of Aba became one of the busiest markets in West Africa, there lived a group of Igbo people whose story would shape an entire region. These people are known today as Ngwa people. They are one of the largest subgroups of the Igbo people, and today they live mainly in Abia State in southeastern Nigeria. Their story is a story of migration, courage, farming, trade, and deep cultural traditions. Let us go back in time. The early origins, around the 1300s. According to Ngwa oral history, the ancestors of the Ngwa people did not originally live in present-day Abia State. Their story begins in a place called Umunoha, located in the Owerri region of Imo State. This was around the 14th century, more than 600 years ago. At that time, different Igbo communities were slowly expanding and migrating across the forests and river valleys of southeastern Nigeria. One group from Umunoha began a journey southward in search of better land. They were looking for fertile soil, hunting grounds, and new places where their families could grow. Leading this migration were three brothers. Their names were Ngwaukwu, Nwoha, Avosi. These brothers and their followers would later become the ancestors of the Ngwa people. But something happened during this journey that would give them their famous name, the crossing of the Imo River. During their migration, the group arrived at the wide and powerful Imo River. The river was not easy to cross. In those days, there were no bridges. Crossing required courage, speed, and determination. According to tradition, the three brothers and their followers crossed the river very quickly. They moved with great speed and determination, but not everyone crossed as fast. Another group traveling with them moved more slowly. Because of this difference, the faster group began to be called Nwoha. In the Igbo language, Nwoha is often interpreted as meaning quick or fast. The slower group later became known as the Ohuhu people. From that moment, the identity of the Ngwa people was born. Arrival in their new homeland. After crossing the Imo River, the Ngwa migrants continued moving until they reached a fertile region filled with forests, rivers, and rich farmland. Eventually, they settled in an important spiritual center known today as Okpuala Ngwa. Okpuala Ngwa became one of the earliest and most sacred settlements of the Ngwa people. From this location, the Ngwa clans began to spread out across the surrounding lands. Over time, many villages and communities were established. These settlements later formed what is now known as Ngwa land. Conflicts and expansion. Like many migrations in African history, settling in a new land was not always peaceful. According to local traditions, the Ngwa people encountered other groups already living in the region. Among these groups were the Ibibio people and a smaller group known as the Ibemi. Conflicts and struggles for land occurred. Eventually, the Ngwa people established control over the territory where they settled. With time, their communities grew stronger and more organized. Their villages expanded across the region that now surrounds Aba, growth of Ngwa land. As generations passed, Ngwa land continued to grow. Today, the Ngwa people live across several local government areas in Abia State. These include Aba North, Aba South, Isiala Ngwa North, Isiala Ngwa South, Obi Ngwa, Osisioma Ngwa, Ugwunagbo Ukwa East, Ukwa West. Across these areas, Ngwa communities built villages, farms, markets, and cultural institutions. But one city would later become the heart of their economic power. That city is Aba, the commercial heart of Ngwa land. Today, Aba is one of the most famous commercial cities in Nigeria, but its roots are deeply connected to the Ngwa people. Historically, Aba began as a meeting place for farmers and traders. Markets were organized where people from different villages could buy and sell goods. As trade grew, Aba slowly transformed into a major commercial center. Ngwa traders became famous for their business skills. They traded palm oil and agricultural produce, textiles, and crafts. Even today, Aba remains one of the most important economic cities in southeastern Nigeria. The language of the Ngwa. The Ngwa people speak a dialect known as the Ngwa dialect. This dialect is a branch of the Igbo language. While it shares similarities with other Igbo dialects, Ngwa speech has unique pronunciation, expressions, and cultural meanings. Language plays an important role in preserving their identity and traditions. Through stories, proverbs, and songs, the Ngwa people pass their history from one generation to the next. Farming and agriculture. For centuries, the Ngwa people have been known as hard-working farmers. Their fertile land allows them to grow many important crops. Some of the most common crops include yam, cassava, cocoyam palm fruits. Palm oil production became especially important. Palm oil was not only used for cooking but also traded with other regions. Agriculture shaped the daily life of Ngwa communities. Families worked together on farms, and harvest seasons were times of celebration. Traditional institutions. The Okonko Society. One of the most important traditional institutions among the Ngwa people is the Okonko Society. The Okonko Society served many roles in traditional society. It acted as a judicial system, a disciplinary institution, a moral authority. Members of the society helped enforce laws and maintain order within the community. Before modern courts existed, institutions like Okonko helped ensure fairness and justice. Learned dances and cultural festivals. Ngwa culture is also expressed through music, dance, and festivals. Several traditional dances are popular among the Ngwa people. These include Ekpe dance, Owu dance, Anyantolukwu dance, a Bigbo dance. During festivals, communities gather in open squares to celebrate their heritage. Drums beat loudly. Masquerades perform. Elders bless the community. Young people dance with energy and pride. These celebrations help keep Ngwa culture alive. Food and daily life. Food is also an important part of Ngwa identity. One special ingredient loved by many Ngwa families is okazi leaf. This leaf is often used to prepare traditional soups. Meals are usually shared among family members, strengthening bonds between generations. Food in Ngwa culture is not just about eating, it is about community and togetherness. The value of life. One of the strongest beliefs among the Ngwa people is the importance of life. A common saying in Ngwa culture is, "Ndu ka." This means, life is supreme. This philosophy teaches that life should always be protected and valued above material things. It shapes how many Ngwa people approach conflict, family, and community relationships. The unique tradition of Iko. Another interesting cultural practice is known as Iko. Iko refers to a traditional bond of companionship or friendship. Sometimes this bond could be romantic, but often it was simply a deep relationship between individuals. These relationships helped strengthen social networks within the community. Ngwa people today. Today, the Ngwa people are known across Nigeria for their hard-working nature. They are farmers, traders, entrepreneurs, and professionals. Many Ngwa people have moved to cities across Nigeria and even abroad, but they still maintain strong connections to their ancestral land. Cultural festivals, language, and traditions continue to unite Ngwa communities wherever they live. A legacy of speed, strength, and culture from their migration in the 14th century, to the crossing of the Imo River, to the growth of Aba as a commercial powerhouse. The story of the Ngwa people is a story of resilience and determination. They are farmers who built prosperous communities. They are traders who transformed markets into major economic centers. And they are custodians of a culture that has survived for centuries. Today, the Ngwa people remain an important part of the wider Igbo nation. Their story reminds us that history is not just about the past. It is about identity, heritage, and the journey of a people. It is always great to have you watch and support our channel as you have always done in the past. Your continued presence here is deeply appreciated. Please like, comment, and share this documentary with 1 or 2 persons so they too can learn. Also, it will be of great encouragement to us if you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button for this and other documentaries. See you in our next episode. Thank you very much. Bye.